So you guys have the Golden Hour live. I was wondering if we could maybe get a preview of what that might look like since you've touched base in Austin. Have you done any pre-pro? By the time this episode's out, I'm assuming you will both be fired. So how's the show coming?
It's going great. The plan is there was a little pre-pro at the end of the last golden hour when we cut. I would say for about 2 minutes and 37 seconds. Brendan was the first one to posit, "What are we going to do?" And 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 then Eric and Chris very much gave energy, like, "We're just gonna turn it on." And Brendan was like, "All right." And I gotta say, I'm on Brendan's. I don't know. I think they are gonna be funny, and I think they turn it on in front of the crowd. It's gonna be an hour of crowd work because I bet there's gonna be hecklers, and I feel like there'll be more hecklers in terms of just like people yelling shit out during, like, someone being like, "Jam on it," or like whatever thing they remember from the pod. But it's gonna be will be much more welcoming, I feel like, for that sort of thing and riff on that and the people. And I think it's just going to be basically an hour of crowd work is kind of how I picture it. But in the pre-pro, they're like, "Oh yeah, so we'll just do our thing for 40 minutes and then take fan questions for the last 20." Deal. Um, but
So that's kind of the content side. How are you guys feeling from the behind the scenes side? Have you been to the venue? Are you comfortable with the technical setup? What's the rehearsal going to look
No,
like?
we've done
I'm
nothing yet.
I'm like, I don't know. We're putting 5 cameras on sticks. Like that's basically all it is. Do I have long enough HDMI's to actually live stream it like I kind of intend, or do we put this out only in post? That's kind of the question. I got two 50-footers, and then we'll see what happens after that. But I don't. Yeah, like, I mean, they have all the audio. We're just setting up the 5 cameras. Sure, our lenses will be too short, and unforeseen things will happen, but I will make it work,
But
and
If
it'll
there's
look
any
fun.
opportunity to like vlog that process, I feel like that could be tremendous
yeah,
content for After Hour. I'm sure Mark would agree.
I'm
Yeah,
likely gonna.
I feel like the real show is you guys doing it.
I, I,
Yeah.
I, I think you think there might be more comedy out of it, but I'm honestly, this is what I do on the road with Drink Theo. It's me and Zach, and we pit crew a setup where we need to do audio and lights, not just cameras, and we do that setup breakdown in an hour. And I don't know. I got it. It's going to be different because of where do you put the cameras for where the crowd is. That's the only thing in my mind that I'm like, I don't know how that's going to look or work. Like, is there a elevated stage? Were you just in the aisles with your cameras? That's kind of what I'm wondering. I didn't want to just like badger you with it because you made it. You were kind of like, it's easy.
Yeah, tell them, boys. You guys did the last
Oh,
production,
I
so
don't
you guys
remember.
know.
I blocked it out of my memory. But there's also the live
Because
component
because
to
if
it.
there's one thing we'd love to emulate is the Gringo Papi.
Let's be fair. This wasn't the this was
Oh,
Fighter and the Kid live at Vulcan, two separate things.
You
This
didn't know that?
is a different.
I thought I asked you one time. I think I didn't finish my sentence. And you're like, "Oh yeah, it was that." Thinking I knew. Gotcha. You, yeah.
Yeah, we
Where
did
was
Fighter and the Kid, me and Chin live at the Vulcan, the venue that you're doing live Golden Hour.
nice? Okay, I thought. Yeah, I thought you were
I was
saying
there.
you were
And
there.
if you want to,
Yeah, I was there.
yeah, that's where we got the Chinese chat from. Yeah, Mark was
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, I was there. That was like the my second month
So
or
you said you
something.
blocked it out. You don't remember. You just had how many cameras do you have?
Don't recall.
I know there's at least three, right? So we had a wide, two singles. I think that was it, right? Three.
Yeah, your
I
guess
think,
is
as
as
far
good
as
as
I remember, it
mine.
was three.
Yeah, it was
Um,
pretty easy. Yeah, but for 5 cameras, you only have two HDMI cables, and you're doing a live thing.
Yeah, but you have to do live.
no,
So are you?
I have 6 cables, 4 25, and
That's good.
I'm worried that those will not be
Keep going.
long enough. We'll figure it out. Like it
Yeah, as
doesn't
long as
have
you.
to be live. I like practicing live production, and this is like the perfect time to do it. But
as long as you have the wide for the live, great. Then it's live.
Yeah,
At least for that.
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
Which we do.
Yeah.
Easy peasy.
Good.
Perfect.
Great.
Next on the agenda here, I have what's the over/under on the amount of shits that Nick is going to take at Chin's house?
Did
The
you take
over/under
one
is
when you
set
got
at
here?
5.5.
I was going to say if you had under 2.5. Wait, no. If you had under 1.5, you have already lost. But
I could have sworn he disappeared for a little bit when he got here.
twice. What? Actually, many times. I lost my AirPods
why.
immediately when I came in. I still only have one. The one I did find out beeping on in Chin's driveway.
Is there any insight that you could? Is there any insight you could give us as to Chin's driveway and the garbage cans and that workflow? Is there anything that you see like
Ooh.
as in like objective point of view? Like, is there anything that maybe he wasn't seeing with regards to the trash cans that you can shed a light on?
Well, yeah, you finally see. Well, he's been here before, but you saw like
That's a great
the
question.
driveway
What day is your trash day?
Tuesdays.
Damn it.
That's also a great question.
Yeah, good questions all around, guys.
Two great questions in a row.
Well, you saw the driveway. You saw my neighbor.
Yeah,
how
yeah.
far it is.
I don't know. I have they're laying low while I'm here. They probably know there's someone else keeping an eye on it. But
Yeah,
God,
they know that we sent our team out to investigate, our finest detectives.
I need.
I love the fact that Brendan Schaub gets made fun of for that god awful Gringo Papi comedy special, even by his own producers. Now Nick gets a little ballsy than everybody else, Cheddar Bob right there, because his boss is technically Theo Vaughn. He works with Schaub too, but his overall boss is Theo Vaughn. So he'll say stuff like that and take the little Gringo Poppy shots, which is hilarious. But I mean, so basically, Cheddar Bob is revealing here that Schaub is petrified of this Golden Hour live show, and that Cheddar Bob expects heckling, and that some homeless cat stuff's gonna get thrown out of there, and Schaub is petrified. He's not gonna know what to do, and Eric and Mr. Potato Head and Chris D'Elia are like, "Don't worry, they'll do a bunch of crowd work and stuff," but Schaub is petrified. And then they're talking to the other guy about the hell of having to do the live fighter and the kid at the Vulcan, him and Callan. So Schaub is not looking forward to this. He is petrified that people in that crowd are going to be yelling stuff. I would assume, since it's a comedy club, nobody's going to be allowed to bring their phone in. But it will be recorded. But even if someone did say something, they would not show it. So I don't know if someone did, we would ever actually see it or anything. And I'm not encouraging anyone to do anything. But the fact that they think it's going to happen is pretty funny to me, and how petrified Schaub is. Of course he is. Schaub just bitched because he doesn't want to do a live stream because he's afraid of the comments. He's going to be on stage petrified. But let me know your thoughts in the comments.